entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.
You're listening to Question Reality with Priscilla Leona, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome to Question Reality. I'm Priscilla Leona, and I'm host of the show and producer of the show, Double Duty. And we are coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. For 10 years, we have been providing our audience with entertainment career advice. Now, this show is for you if you are questioning your career reality by pursuing a career in the entertainment industry. Our guest on the show will help you by providing tips, advice, and resource information on how and what it takes to successfully pursue a career in a wide variety of business careers. I rewrote this and I got career. I hate when I use the same word twice. All of our guests have been selected because they're at different stages, here we go again, of their careers. That means that we'll definitely have someone who will be able to answer all of your show business career questions. And some of the guests on our show include Grammy winners, Tony winners, Emmy winners. We have reality TV stars, producers, directors, casting directors, talent managers, screenwriters, actors, singers, songwriters, comedians, script supervisors, stunt people, and we throw in an entertainment attorney around December. So be sure to tune in December. I don't know why, but everyone seems to need an entertainment attorney in December. If you missed any of our shows or need information about a specific entertainment career, please go to our archive page on the LA Talk Radio website. That's latalkradio.com, and search for our show title, Question Reality, or search by my name, Priscilla Leona. And you can listen or download any of our shows 24 hours a day. All of the Question Reality shows are also available for free on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher.com under the podcast section. And while you're there, please make sure that you get our newly designed free mobile app to be able to listen to all of our shows on LA Talk Radio. There's absolute fantastic shows on this station. I mean, it covers, if you don't know how to get your groove on, you don't know how to get sexy with it, well, there's a show about that. You want to learn guitar? There's a show about that. There's a show for everyone on LA Talk Radio. So make sure you get your free mobile app. Now, finally, if you want to be a guest or refer someone to be on the show to promote themselves, their products, or help listeners with sage career advice, we're currently booking for 2019. And as you know, my shows are always booked 6 months to a year in advance. And we're just starting to book for I think it is the summer season now, June to October. So please go to our official website, questionrealityradioshow.com, and click on the contact link to submit for guest interview consideration. We would love to have you on the show. Now, I have a couple of things. You know, it is just so not formal on this show. First of all, I'm leaning over and my breasts are ready to heave me onto the table here because I need my microphone to be higher. So, Albert, could you please help me? Oh my God, it's so low. Oh, I like the feel of this microphone. I felt that a long time ago. That was weird. Okay, so okay. Oh, yay. And then also, as you all know, we are Facebook Live. Okay, Facebook Live. But I also set up my own little camera. Albert, can you do that? Because normally I have that all ready to go. But I set up my own little Facebook Live so that I can do some editing, and a lot of people want the clips sent right away rather than going on the Facebook page for LA Talk Radio, which is where you can find this. So I do my own little Facebook Live, and then I do some editing and Insta beauty your ass so that you look like you're 18. So I am going to get that ready now. Albert, if you would do the honors. Yes, we'll do it together. Hold on now. There's something going on here. We're Facebook Living together. Hold on. We got it. And we're going to introduce this sexy man. I know you're looking at him like, who? Oh, is that? What is that? All right. Facebook Live. Here we go. Just live and start live video. Yeah. Now, how do I do it where we are? I want Max in there. I don't want to look at my old fat ass. When it comes on. It says starting live video. We're almost there, people. All right, let's just. Okay, why don't you stand here and then when it starts. Okay, so very exciting guest on the show today. We have the hot, sexy man himself, Max Tucci. Hey, hold on, we got to wait for the special effect. You know, Albert's in charge of that. There you go. Tacky, I know, but I love my tacky special effects. I love it. Max Tucci is an MC, TV personality, motivational speaker, philanthropist, designer, and radio host. You can check out his website at maxtucci.com. He's on Twitter at maxtucci and Instagram Max Tucci Radio. And today we are going to find out everything totally Tucci. I just made that up in the car coming over here. Welcome, Max Tucci.
Thank you.
Totally Tucci.
Totally Tucci.
You need to have a show. Totally Tucci. By the way, are you related to Stanley Tucci?
He wishes.
Oh, y'all hear that? Mm-hmm. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Max. Now, you go to his website, again, maxtucci.com, Tucci.com. But Max Tucci is I just told you, an MC, TV personality, motivational speaker, philanthropist, designer, and radio host. And as a radio host, he is about to celebrate 10 years with me. We started about the same time, right?
We did.
I think you started before me. I started May 4th, 2008.
I think it's around the same exact time.
Yeah?
May.
Oh, my gosh, look at that.
Yeah.
So we'll both be celebrating together. Last year was the 10. Wait a minute. This is maybe the 11th year.
This is 11.
It's
This is
11.
It is 11.
Oh, my gosh, 11.
Yeah.
Well, okay, 11. And we are going to celebrate. I think we're going to have a little thing here at the radio station. I think Sam's going to put something on. Max has a popular show on LA Talk Radio right here called Max and Friends. Oh, there he is. We're LA living now. Is he a little tilted? A little tilted.
It's
All right,
the
there you go. Okay, let me put it a little closer because now just make sure you talk up a little bit, honey. Give me a little
pull up that mic.
Pump up the volume.
Pump up
the volume.
I'm ready whenever you are. So whenever you want me to jump in, let me know, boo-boo.
Pump it. Now listen, Max, you got to check him out. We got Nicholas Saltos watching. Hey, Nicholas Saltos.
Hey, Nicholas.
Say Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Oh,
how you doing?
Hey. Nick actually is from New Jersey. He's from Leonia, New Jersey.
There you go.
Yeah, but he lives right outside, like right over the bridge. He's a fantastic guy. You love him. All right, so, but God, if we're going to get to this. So Max and Friends is right here on LA Talk Radio every Sunday at 8 o'clock, right?
8 o'clock, yep.
So you definitely want to check out his show, and I'll tell you why. Now, he's so interesting. He is a culinary and lifestyle expert. He's been featured on the shows America's Next Top Model, Blood, Sweat, and Heels. Love that title. HEALS, wonderful spin on that. Making a Model with Yolanda Hadid. And he referred a guest that was on my show. Who was that?
So many.
The lady with the daughter who was
Jessica,
Brianna.
Brianna.
Jessica Brianna.
Who has a show here now.
I know.
Yeah,
I love
woman.
her. Okay, so let's see. So many. Making a Model with Yolanda Hadid, What's Cooking, Dr. Steve's show, and his very own show called Eye on the People with Max Tucci on the CW WSFL. What is WSFL?
Florida, South Florida.
Oh, it was South Florida. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's just to name a few. I mean, when I did research on you, oh my gosh, it was like enough to fill a quarter page of a dictionary. You have done so much. It's absolutely amazing. to be so young and to have done so much. Max is the creator of Oscar's Delmonico Vodka. And where is my damn vodka?
In the green room with my mother.
Oh.
That's why she's sleeping.
Oh, she's sleeping. Oh, my
We'll
gosh.
bring her on. We'll bring her on after.
She's been hitting the
Well,
damn vodka.
Well, last night was Jessica's birthday, so we celebrated at Nobu, and my mom is definitely feeling it today.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I usually hit the wild turkey, but I'm willing to try your vodka. I'm willing to spend my coin
There you go.
on your vodka. Don't know why I didn't get a bottle. See that? All right. So wait a minute. Creator of Oscar's Delmonico Vodka. Is it a flavored vodka?
No,
or?
it's just a very pure, clean vodka
Really?
from the Netherlands. Yeah.
Ooh, I love men from the Netherlands,
Yeah.
so I think I'd like the vodka too.
It's wonderful.
Does a Netherland man come with the vodka?
If we can arrange anything.
We need to do that. It's like buy vodka, you get a hot guy from
Right?
the Netherlands. I'm digging it.
There you go.
And Max is in the process of writing a book about his famous grandfather, restaurateur Oscar Tucci of Delmonico's in New York City. And Max has contributed to several books, including Big Shoes by Al Roker. I love Al Roker.
Yeah.
Every year, the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Love him. He's so funny. I love how he gets on the little cart and he rides. Oh, yeah, I'd be riding too. To hell with that damn walking. He
Right.
just rides.
You need a jazzy over the parade.
And he's, let's see, Big Shoes by Al Roker, The Big Picture by Josh Sapin, and Extreme Entertaining Made Simple by Eduardo
Zoll.
Oh, thank you for that.
He was on Extreme Home Makeover.
Oh, okay.
ABC. Yeah.
And Max has also contributed to magazines such as Eaton and CBS Watch Magazine.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God!
The
This
tip
man,
of the iceberg.
It is the tip. I mean, literally, with this guy Max, Google him. You will be reading. You'll need a cocktail. You'll need to put your feet up because this man, he's done just about everything. I couldn't even tell you all the stuff this man has done. Now, I wanted to say I love your full name.
Okay.
And can I say it out loud?
My pleasure.
It is like he's a Roman god in the days of our Lord.
What do you mean,
okay?
like
okay, yeah, oh,
Is
yeah, okay. Let me just run this name by, okay? Oscar Maximilian Julius Tucci.
You forgot a couple.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh, that's all it was on the website. Is it more than that?
Yes, it's Oscar Maximilian Mario Carlo Julius Tucci.
Son of a bitch. I love that.
know.
Oh, my. Was she hitting the vodka?
I don't know what she was hitting.
Mama was hitting the vodka.
But it's kind of difficult to have sex with me because you don't know what to name
You
to
don't
call
know
out.
It's like, but you know what's good? Anyone that's having sex with you could pretty much call you any
Anything.
name. Any name. It's like, okay, he knows that it's
And
me.
then Oscar Maximilian, my initials are Ohm. So you could
my
exhale
gosh.
with me.
Oh, my gosh. It's like, yeah. Oh, Anthony. Yeah, that could be in there, too. I understand that you are an Aquarius and your birthday is on Valentine's Day,
Yes.
February 14th.
My 40th birthday is coming up.
Now, I want to ask you,
Yeah.
with your exciting jet set life, what
Mm-hmm.
are you doing? What's going on?
So we're having one party. First of all, thank you so much for having me here tonight.
Oh,
you know, I
you're
know
welcome.
you made.
We've been trying 10
we
years.
have been trying 11.
11 years, thank you.
And not only that, I know you shifted things around, so I'm really grateful.
That's great.
And so yeah, for my birthday, I'm gonna be spending it in Florida for not on the day of, but the weekend prior to.
Okay.
And then we're flying here on my birthday. And then we'll be going out here.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
Oh, tell me you're going to Hello Dolly and you're going to we're going to Hello Dolly and that restaurant Frank and Musso's.
Oh, you're gonna have a great time.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I know that there's things planned. I don't know exactly what.
Oh, it's a surprise.
It's a surprise. And Oprah and I hate surprises. That's what, Aquarians don't really like surprises.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't say that because I'm obsessed with Harry Styles and he's an Aquarius February 1st.
I know.
And I'd like to say, whip off my bra, surprise!
Surprise. Why not? But yeah, and then after we're doing another
do you
party in Colorado.
Oh, wow. Well, you're going to
so-
jet set it all
We'll
over.
jet set it. But I'm a believer. I only celebrate the zeros and the fives.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I
40,
like that.
45, 50. So.
Oh.
Yeah, so 40 is going to be fun this year.
That's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
I've been 29 for decades,
Forever.
so I celebrate the 2s and the 9s.
There you go.
And now you are not only known as being an MC, a TV personality, a motivational speaker, a philanthropist. Got to figure out what you can throw my way. A designer and a radio host. But you're also known for being, are you ready for this?
One of New York.
An inspirational thinker.
Oh, that's a good one.
A friend guru.
Yeah.
And now I get the inspirational thinker.
Okay.
I get, I would even go so far as to say muse. I can see as being a muse. But what is a friend guru?
So it's a friend. Well, here's the thing.
I love that term.
Friend guru is a friend who also inspires, right?
Okay.
But I believe we're all our own gurus. So like in this life that we live, we are here to like live our best authentic life. So when people say like, oh, I searched for this guru, I searched for that guru, I spoke to this guru, or I spoke to that guru, my reality is you're your own guru. You're your own friend guru.
Yeah.
And what's beautiful is Max and Friends, you know, I try to pull off of that too. So friend and guru is, I think, just a wonderful term that I kind of coined and made up and said, friend guru.
I like that. Now,
a friend is someone you trust in.
Sex guru too?
You can call yourself what. Here's what I believe. You create your own reality. You can call yourself whatever you want.
I like that.
Right? I mean, question reality. Why question reality when you can create your own?
That's right. Well, well.
And then question that.
Well, yeah. I like to question all the reality. You know, this actual show was named for a song that my husband Albert wrote called Question Reality. And it was about when they killed John Lennon.
Okay.
About the reality.
Yeah, I remember hearing this.
Yeah. So it's I like that term. So you're the friend guru and I'm question reality. Yeah. Now so when I was doing research on you, I was verklempt over here when I found out that as a TV radio host, you are followed on Instagram by Josh Flagg.
Oh, yeah.
Now, for those of you who don't know Josh Flagg, he is one of the stars on $1 Million Listing LA. I love that guy. He is sex hay, is what I call him. Sex hay. I don't know. There's something about him. I mean, I know, you know, unless I strap something on, he wouldn't give me the time of day. But I think he's sexy, and I would love to get a hold of him and try to convert him. Do you know Josh personally? Why is he following you on Instagram?
Well, you know, I bought a house here a year ago in the Hollywood Hills.
Oh, was he your real estate agent?
Can you keep a secret?
Yeah.
So can I.
Yeah, millions of people are like, oh, no.
No.
Damn it.
I have a great real estate agent here, actually, with Compass. And, no, you know, I guess throughout the journey of life, you know, you meet people.
Yeah.
You know, I find it interesting. I love that you know who follows me.
Well, yeah, I do a lot of research. I know.
Who else is the blue check verified?
I got a list. I was like most impressed with my Josh. But what I loved was that when I went to your Instagram and I saw that, I said, "Oh, let me check out Josh's page," and I was dying because are you ready? Did you see this? Did you see that on Josh's YouTube page, he does a vlog? Yeah. And he was at a place called Party Goats LA. Okay. And he was getting a massage by goats. Yeah. It's a thing in LA.
And so is goat yoga as well.
Goat yoga.
You do yoga with a goat.
Oh, wow. How does
I mean,
that
I think,
work?
you know, if we were in ancient Greece, it would be kind of very erotic.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, there's really nothing new under the sun.
Wow.
But I think the goat aspect is picking up here in the States.
It is. I mean, I was like, what does the goat do? So Josh was there with his friend. I think it was the other guy, James from Millionaire Listing. And what happens is they lay on the floor or they get in these poses and the goats jump up on their back and walk on their back. And, of course, there's somebody there giving them a little treat. Okay. And the goat's like, yeah. I'm not interested, but give me a treat. So it was fascinating.
Listen, what I've learned about LA,
I love that.
I think it's interesting. And what I've learned about LA is you could have an empty box, put the word hype on it, and someone will buy it.
That is true. But the goat thing, that's a new one.
Well, it's like the peacock that was the service animal at LAX.
What? I didn't hear that one. Really? A peacock?
And then the best part is they go into all the service animals that are bizarre. There's like a kangaroo, there's a peacock, there's a snake. There's a goldfish, and it's like, where do we draw the line?
Oh, Oh no.
Yeah.
No damn service animal. Those are extra food supplies. If case they crash, they're like, I need a fish
Yeah.
to fry
Right, a
up.
peacock.
I need a peacock for some nutrients,
I
some
need
protein.
and then here I'm saying I need a peacock
Yeah.
for a headdress.
That's right.
So that they find me.
Yep. Yep. If you don't put your makeup on, you can just put your peacock headdress on. Yeah. Wow, I never heard that one. I'm gonna Google that.
Google that story. It's
I'm
actually
gonna Google
hilarious.
that. I like that.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about Max and Friends.
Please.
You have so many exciting guests on your show. Some of them who I want to tell you about have included one of my favorite people, author Jackie Collins.
Oh,
how was that?
you'll make me cry.
Oh.
Jackie, Jackie used to come on the show. We used to do see, I can't even think because it's just so emotional. So Jackie used to come on my New Year's show.
Yeah.
And we would have the best conversations. I mean, so real, so fun. We would talk about sex, about Buddha, about Lalique, about authorship, about life in general. And she would give us her scoop about being in Hawaii with Kathy Griffin. Like, she was so authentic as a person and so real and so fun. And that, Auntie Jackie.
Auntie Jackie.
Auntie Jackie.
Did she talk about her sister?
Oh, yeah, everything.
I love Joan.
Joan is great. Actually, I was in the car yesterday with Nikki Haskell. We were going to Jessica's party, and Joan called Nikki. So Joan was in the car yesterday. So that's a story for you to love.
God, she was so beautiful.
Yeah.
They're
Jackie was a lot of fun. And one tip that really, Max and Friends is really an inspirational show where everyone has a story, and I feel like come to the show and come and tell your story. Or come and inspire others to tell their story. So Jackie always told people, if you want to write your book, and this is for anyone listening to your show tonight, if you want to write a book, write a page every day for 1 year, and there's your book. And I thought that was like the easiest way because you look at, we look at life and we look at tasks and we think, oh, I can't do it. Oh, it's impossible. Oh, this. And then that follows you. It becomes impossible. So when Jackie said 1 page a day for 365 days, you have a novel.
That is so weird because my New Year's Eve post on all of my social media pages was there's 365 days. What have you written today for your first page?
See?
So if you break it down like that, it's much easier to think about.
And that's
life.
a Jackie. Listen, best-selling author. How many books? Her last book, she did a cookbook. I don't know if you know that.
No.
She did the Lucky Sant'Angelo cookbook. That was one of her last books that she wrote. And what was interesting was when I interviewed her on the show, she died from cancer. And she knew she had cancer, but she didn't tell anyone. She didn't even tell Joan.
Wow.
And what was really fascinating was when I asked her on the show, what is a song that represents your life? It was I Will Survive.
Wow.
And, now looking back at that, it really makes me understand why she said that. And it was very quick. I mean, and what was interesting was the weekend she died, I was going to my friend's wedding here in LA. And Jackie and I were actually going to have lunch like that week.
Right.
And I get a phone call from, I think it was Rolanda Watts. And Rolanda Watts was like, did you hear Aunt Jackie died? And I thought she was talking about Jackie.
Oh, Jackie.
And I was like, what? Hey, that's not even real. Because Rolanda is very good friends with Jackie. And then I was like, no, she's like, no, Jackie Collins.
Oh.
And I was at, then I had to go to the wedding. And I was like, okay, this really sucks now. But it was still fun at the wedding. But yeah. But I'm a big believer, for spiritually wise. There you go. Girl, I'm going to tell you the truth. I am so tired from last night. But yeah, it's so hot in here.
It is hot in here.
Dina, come in here and put this air down.
Sweating.
Jesus, have
Gina,
mercy.
Gina.
But for the soul, there's neither birth nor death. It's eternal, everlasting. So I believe that, we're all just here existing, but the soul carries on forever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I was thinking? Dina needs to come in here with a peacock.
I believe
fan
that
us
too.
with some feathers,
Or
some
just a
peacock
big cock.
feathers. I like that. So some of the other guests that you've had on was world explorer Mike Horn. We might
favorite.
be related.
My
HORN.
favorite, let me tell you, out of all of he is phenomenal. Mike Horn is phenomenal. I'm so glad you said him because very few people know him. And yet I've interviewed now over 700 people.
Yeah.
I'm just on Max and Friends, not for my other shows. Mike Horn called me from Antarctica, from a satellite phone.
Wow.
And he was talking about global warming. And it was the point where Al Gore was, coming out with this was years ago, about Al Gore and everything. And he goes, there's politicians and there's explorers. And he was really, Pangea is the expedition he does. Rolls-Royce and Panerai Watch are sponsors for him. So he's totally legit. And the most fascinating, anyone that calls you from a satellite phone from
in
fucking
Antarctica. You know you're hooked
I'm like,
up.
you are like my new hero. And he like lost tips of his fingers from
Oh.
frostbite.
Oh.
The man is incredible. For those who don't know Mike Horn,
Wow.
Google Mike Horn.
Wow.
I'm so glad you said him.
I'm so glad that I did because my last name is Horn, and I thought, oh, I wonder if we're
There you
related.
go. You know, when people ask me who are your favorite interviews, Jackie Collins,
Yeah,
Mike Horn. Let's see if you have another
All right,
one.
let's see. I picked out
I
the
wonder
ones who
who.
I liked.
If
so,
it's
all
LL,
right.
I'll die.
Hold on. Okay, so I picked Eva LaRue,
One of my best friends forever.
Emily Proctor,
Love my Emily.
international thinker Panache Desai.
I love Oprah Super Soul 100. He's amazing. Oh, his book 33. You gotta Panache Desai is great. The book is 33 Steps to. I forgot now, but back when I read it, amazing. Panache Desai is amazing. Who else?
Nile Rodgers.
Oh,
Sophie-
Lay Chic, you know Nile Rodgers. That's my. But he just opened for Cher last week.
Oh, and do you
In
know
Florida.
my friend Sean? You might know him. Sean Vanderwilt has been a backup dancer for Cher for like 10
Amazing.
years.
She was amazing.
He
Last week
loves
we saw
her. He said she is phenomenal.
Well,
she's so kind to
She's
all.
oh
of
yeah,
the
you
people.
can see the love. But Nile Rodgers, you know, he had cancer.
Yeah.
He's now cancer free.
Wow.
And he's jamming on stage, and nothing brought me greater joy. We were there to see Cher, and I didn't know that he was opening that night. Nothing gave me greater joy than to see, not because when you love to do something and when you're ill and you can't do it and then you can finally do it again,
Right.
it's like I felt that joy because he was electric that
Was
night.
this her last tour in Las Vegas?
Everyone's her last tour.
I know, that's true. She has had about 12 comebacks.
Everyone, right.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So yeah, because Sean did that show. So,
Yeah. It was so fantastic.
Wow. So he opened for her.
He opened.
Oh wow. And
Yeah.
that was the show that Kim Kardashian went to.
I was at the one in Florida.
Oh.
So I don't know.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes, this was the one in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. So Sophie B.
So
Tell me about Sophie B.
Okay, so
My girl.
ironically, my father's goddaughter is Sophie's aunt.
Oh.
So yeah. And so Sophie, I've interviewed on my TV show, Eye on the People. I've interviewed her here on Max and Friends numerous times. I love it. Felt like springtime on that February morning in the courtyard. I mean, that's Sophie.
You're a great
Thank
singer.
you.
You need to add that to your resume.
One day.
You need to
One
make it.
day.
You need to drop a track. Okay. Sophie B. Hawkins, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah. Tiffany. Oh my God,
I
is
think
this
we're
Tiffany?
alone now.
Woo!
Yes.
Oh my God, I loved her. She was
Yeah.
everything
I
back
love
in the day to
Tiffany.
me.
You should have her
my
on your
God.
show.
Well,
I'll give you a contact.
can you hook me up?
Yes.
Because I swear I would play her record like 25 times a day.
Mhm.
I loved her.
I
And
loved
saw
her.
on
I
s-
love her.
She was on a couple cooking shows, and I could tell by her personality she was so cool
So
and
cool.
like really
Super.
flexible and down to
Yeah.
earth. Please get her for me.
Well, you
on
know,
the
it's
show.
fun because, we share the same studio, Studio
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
And somewhere in the system, I have my literally like archives and catalogs of songs that I'm allowed to play on the show.
Yeah.
And every time I get that and I hear the intro, children behave. That's what they say when we're all right. So I get so excited for
I
that
know,
song.
I
I'm like, yes, TBS Throwback
she
Sunday.
excites me
Yeah.
so much. And then she was at the same time Debbie
Gibson,
Gibson.
Deborah Gibson,
Loved
Yeah.
Deborah Gibson
Yeah, yeah.
too. Those were my girls.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody.
Laura
wanted to be
Branigan.
Laura Branigan.
Ah,
What? Give me
Ti
that
amo.
song. What
Which
was
one?
the song? Laura. What was the song? The famous song by Laura Branigan at the time. Gloria.
Oh,
Gloria,
yeah,
Gloria.
Gloria, and Ti amo. I mean,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
You know what, Pandora? I love the Laura Branigan on Pandora.
Oh.
It brings back my youth.
Well, what gets me going is Tony Basil. Hey Mickey, you're so
It's fine.
fine,
Yes, if
you're
I
so-
do blow my mind.
That'll do it
There
all
you
the
go.
time for me. And then you had on your show
Oh,
the
boy.
Varsity Fan Club and Stacy Q.
Yep, Stacey Q. I love Stacey Q. Varsity Fan Club. So for years I did my show remotely.
Yeah,
I was always traveling. Now that I have a house here, I'm like, that's
Yeah.
why I'm here in the studio.
I know. I'm wondering.
So, Varsity Fan Club, I was in Tennessee, I think the night that I was interviewing them. And they were boy band.
Yeah.
So many listeners that Sam called me. Sam, who owns and operates LA Talk Radio, called me. He goes, our system crashed.
Oh no.
Like there was like an overload of these teeny boppers tuning in.
Wow, it was like One Direction.
Oh my God. I was like, we've got to bring them back every year.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
you know everybody in the world. Please tell me that you can make my fantasy man. No offense.
You've asked
Albert.
me this before.
Harry Styles.
You've asked me this
You
before.
You need to please. Do you know? At this point, I'm ready to take Liam or Louis.
Just to get in the door.
Well, you know, Harry is so private. He's an Aquarius, and
We are.
And you know that is so odd because Aquarians are known for being one of the most sociable people that you ever want to meet. They usually have but
we
they're
keep our
very
private lives private.
I mean, you can't even find any scoops on Harry
No.
Styles, right?
Nor on me.
I know. Well, I did. I found lots
Scoops.
of. So I got scoops.
31 flavors and then some.
Yeah. So God.
I'm surprised you didn't say.
I'm
oh
still
my
getting-
gosh! This is like
shared-
Max Tucci. This is
That's
your
right,
life.
This is your life.
Oh my God! I love question
So
reality.
you shared recipes with NBA legend Daryl Hawkins.
Daryl Hawkins Chocolate Thunder.
Who
That
does
was.
that? What
let me tell
recipes
you.
were they?
Forget recipes. You know, we had a cooking show in the works. He was Chocolate Thunder and I was White Lightning.
Oh, I
And
like
we
that.
had this wonderful cooking show that we shot the sizzle for. It was so exciting. And he was just like the giant teddy bear, the sweetest man, and heart healthy, this and this. Has a heart attack, dies.
Oh my God. Uh-huh.
So, but the point is that
know.
you have, whatever it is that you have to do it now. Don't
That's
wait.
right.
Because the time that we shot the sizzle to the time he died, he had to go to Iraq. He went all over. He was on tour with the NBA, with the retirees to go, support the troops. So we weren't able to do the cooking show. And I wish so much that we at least had like 5 shows in the can.
That's what I wanted to say.
He used to steam lobster in the fucking the dishwasher.
Oh my God! In the
He could steam it
dishwasher.
in this room right now, but in the
That's
dishwasher.
true.
In the dishwasher.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a way?
It
Could we
worked.
do that?
So here's the story. I'll wrap the story real quick how it
yeah.
happened. He was on this date with this girl, and he was like, I was going to make her. He was so funny with his one-liners. I'm going to make her toenail polish come off her toes. I said, okay, how? So he goes, I was cooking dinner. All of a sudden, bam! I said, what happened? He said there was a gas explosion outside of the house, so he couldn't use his stove. So he said, I had these 2 big lobsters, and I had to get that toenail polish off her fucking toes. And he said, so I put the lobsters in the dishwasher and steamed them, and it worked.
Son of a
I don't know
bitch.
how, so I don't recommend it because
Yeah,
there are
yeah.
like proper temperatures, and I'm sure
Yeah.
there's somewhere out there like on EHOW. You know, I was a part of EHOW and all
Wow.
those cooking shows, so I'm sure there's a way out there.
You
can
know,
find
there are
out.
people out there going to try to steam
Tweet us.
some
Let us
damn
know
lo-
how
That's
to.
right.
Let us know. Tweet me at Max Tucci and let me know how to steam a lobster.
I'm putting a challenge out.
Yeah.
Try to steam a lobster. You know those bitches cost so much.
Or
though.
don't try to steam it. Let us know how you do it.
Exactly.
And that you've succeeded.
Yes.
Because we don't need to figure out how you tried and then people get sick because they listen to us.
Oh my God.
So make sure
yeah.
you know what you're doing. When you have the recipe that's perfected, let us know how you perfected
I
it.
like it. And you spilled the tea with Bravo's Real Housewives. Now I want a Real
know.
Housewife on my show. Who do you know?
Oh my
Who
God.
can we hook me up with?
I've interviewed almost
Everyone.
from every cast.
See, now my favorite was, I originally started watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and then I went to New Jersey, and then I was like all New Jersey. 'cause
Oh,
I'm
so
East
Jacqueline
Coast.
Loretta was on the show. You know Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
Yeah.
She's not on there anymore.
No.
Why is Jacqueline not on there? She's
You'll
one of
have
my
to have her on and
favorite-
ask her.
Can you
Tweet
hook it up?
her.
I didn't tweet her.
Well,
Can I say?
You
I
got
know
listen.
Max
Here's what I
Tucci?
know. If
Can
you
I
want
say?
something, you've got to do your
But
work.
I've got us. But you know how this business
Just
is.
tweet.
You
I
gotta
guarantee you she'll
have a
tweet you back.
connection. So if I say I know the Max,
Say
Tucci-
Max Sushi from Max and Friends on
All
my
right.
show. Come on my show.
All right.
I can't
all right.
promise anything, but
No, you can't.
throw it out
All
there.
right, but I can throw your name. Your name's got some. What is it? Got some coins behind it. Got
Coins.
some gold coins. Now you no, I didn't know what this meant.
Okay.
Apparently, you had someone on the show who's a mistress and a murderer. What does that mean?
Okay.
A mistress and a murderer.
Hello. Who?
Yeah, no,
Think
it didn't
about who was the
say
famous? Who
anything.
was like the famous woman who was not only a mistress but had call women.
Oh, the one here, the lady here.
She now
What
owns
is
a
her
pet
name?
store with
What is her
parrots.
name?
Do you know who?
Is Teresa Karen?
No.
What was her name?
Ask,
She was the madam of Beverly Hills, right? Is that who
okay,
you're
she
talking
had the
about?
black book.
Yeah, I
She
know.
now has a pet store with
What the hell was
Playboy Bunny Yvette Lopez.
Does anybody out there know who we're
Yes.
talking about? She was the
Let them do their work.
madam from
Okay.
Beverly Hills. I don't remember her name. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so old.
That's okay.
But anyway, I was
All right,
like,
I'm not gonna give it up
girlfriend's
right
an
away.
entrepreneur. Oh,
I'm not going to give it up right away.
somebody, I'm looking, people are guessing now.
Tell me the names. Hey, everyone
No,
watching.
they're guessing. They're
Okay,
like,
guess. Tell me. Read them.
All right, people. No.
Oh, they're
no
guessing,
names. They're
guessing,
like,
guessing,
I'm
guessing.
guessing.
Okay, very
I'm
famous.
guessing.
Was
Mm.
arrested.
Okay.
Now has a pet shop with parrots specifically.
Albert, look that up, please. Can you Google it? Madam of Beverly Hills. She was arrested, I think, in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Very famous.
And I cannot remember her name, but
Yes, you can.
gosh.
You will. The minute you all hear it, you'll know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hi, Beth. Hi, Mark
Hey, Beth.
Bessinger. There's like, oh yeah, Stanley. Beth Martin Brown is watching and waving to you. Mark Bessinger is watching and waving to you. Hey, Max.
Hey, everyone. Should we give it up?
Oh, so
Should we
many
say
people.
who it
They
is?
just keep coming. Yeah, who is it? Who
Heidi
was it?
Fleiss.
Heidi Fleiss. Heidi Fleiss.
The best.
That's who it is.
So much
So
fun.
you interviewed her.
Yeah.
What did you say? What did you talk about? Did you get any
Well,
tips?
you'll have to go to latalkradio.com/Max.
What date?
And we have 10. Oh, goodness.
See?
I'll post it. I'll find it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll find it.
All right.
And so the murderer had nothing to do with her. Get this. So in the 10 years, now going into 11 years of doing shows, very seldom do I want to end a show early.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. Me too.
I love my guests.
Yeah.
And this one guest in particular, we've pulled the archive from the show. From the show from the archive, rather. And we're talking, and he's this motivational speaker, has tens of thousands of listeners and followers, whatever. And I didn't like his energy.
Oh.
And this was over the phone. This wasn't in the studio.
Oh.
And when I do shows remotely, I'm like, Sam and I, who are Dina or Ronnie or Roni, whoever's here, we message one another.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, let's rap. And they're like, what's wrong? And I was like, I just can't. Like, I felt like so heavy. So what had happened was I thought he was just so full of shit. And fast forward, I get this, like, I guess a Google update or something about him. And he had murdered his girlfriend.
Before
And
you had him on the show or
after.
after? Oh.
Chopped her up,
Chopped her up.
put her in a box in her house, goes to her friend's house and says she's missing. And if they've seen her, this was Thanksgiving, and they ask him for dinner and he stayed.
Oh my God.
This is true. So
Oh.
now, you know, me, I'm like, as an interviewer, I mean, I interview people. So I said, I want to interview him from jail.
Yeah, you want to.
Like, now I've got to call like the FBI.
Yes.
I've got to interview
Oh
him.
my gosh.
And then I said, you know what? I don't want that energy to follow
Yeah.
me. But it was quite. And my question to him would have been, like, why did you think you can dupe people?
Yeah.
You know, when you have all of these followers, I believe there's like, and here's the thing: people aren't held accountable anymore.
Yeah.
And there's really the responsibility. You know, it's fun to say, oh, I have 1.8 million, I have 5 million, I have 20 million followers. But there's a responsibility that you
That's
have when
right.
you have these people because you are an influencer.
That's right.
And when this person came on the show and had this influence that he had on people, why did you think it was okay? You know, obviously there's a whole mental
yeah.
disorder there. And so for me, I wanted to find out what that was.
Wow.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Maybe
mm.
one day.
Oh, that's too dark for me. But Max has also had Playboy bunnies on the show. He's had
Yes.
sports legends, gurus. We're back to that. But the gossipers.
Oh.
I don't know. You said it says
Oh,
gossipers.
well, because, you know, Monroe King, who, bless his heart, bless his soul, Roger King, who was Oprah, you know, who gave Oprah King World Production. So she does the intro for my song and the intro for the show. And she said, Max and Friends. He says, what do you want? You know, listen in to hear what Max's dish. And now they talk about this Max. Anyway, so we talk about gossip. You know, I don't really do that as much anymore.
yeah.
And when the show first started, it
They'll
was.
sue your ass.
That's
these
okay.
days.
No, like, listen, the Wendy Williams, allegedly. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, that's all I have to throw out, allegedly. But, you know, the show was originally called To the Max
Right.
on BBS Talk Radio. Remember that?
Yes.
BBS Talk Radio. And then it turned into Max and Friends. And with that came the new theme song from Monroe King. So the gossip, you know, what we do is we kind of get, you know, gossip columnists to come in and there's the Oscars or the Emmys or the Grammys. We talk about it, and then what I like is the gossip from the after parties, after the show. Not in the gossip like, oh, who's cheating on whom or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I want to know like who ate what, who drank what, who fought, who fell asleep at the table, who was who was holding back, whoever's hair. It was like whatever.
Max
kind of stuff.
Tucci has a hangover from.
I don't know.
I'm gossiping about
here's
it
the reality.
right
I
now.
don't have a hangover. I
Oh,
have
you
a
don't?
sleep
You're
hangover. I
sleep
am so
deprived.
exhausted.
Oh.
Because we were out late, and you know what? My mother taught me a long time ago never to drink in public.
Really?
And I have stuck to that.
Oh.
I will be 40, and you
I've
will
never-
never find me ever
Wow.
wasted in public.
Isn't that something?
It is one of the best things you could teach anyone.
Wow. And what's your mom's name, Mom?
Gina, Mama Gina.
Gina Tucci.
Yeah, she has the hangover.
She's the one that's
She doesn't
sleeping on
listen
the
to her
couch.
own advice.
Gina Tucci's on the couch right now.
No, because last night, so I get Jessica, you had her on the show.
Yeah,
So her
Jessica.
50th birthday. Jessica has a show here, by the way, called Polished Woman. She's a live stream in the green room studio. And it's called Polished Woman every Monday at 1 o'clock. And I also direct that show.
Jessica's daughter was Brianna was on
Making a Model.
Making a Model with
Hadid.
Yolanda Hadid,
Yeah.
and we had them on the show. One of the best shows ever. Oh my God,
So much fun.
blew up. Oh, I couldn't even answer.
Yeah,
the
so
question.
she has the show here. So last night we left Nobu. I got back to my house at about 11:30 at night. And Jessica, love, you have to come over. She lives in Calabasas.
She's very nice.
Right? So I had to drive to Calabasas from here. By the time I got home, it was 3:30 this morning.
Oh my! Well,
And then I was up at like 8.
Perfect.
So
Well, you're
that
rocking
debunks
it
your
out.
gossip right there.
There's some gossip. Now I just realized we gotta rock this
but
out
you,
in 10 minutes.
did you have on your list
I had
comedian Lisa
Lisa
Lampanelli?
Lampanelli.
Woo!
Yeah,
That
you
was
laughed
fun.
with Lisa Lampanelli and
Yeah.
cried with Ma Jaya.
Ma Jaya. Ma Jaya she passed, but she has a wonderful ashram in Florida, Sebastian, Florida, called Kashi Ashram. And she wrote a book, the 10 or 11 karmic spaces. And Ricky Martin came out to Ma Jaya.
Oh, I
So he
loved
was
him.
actually at the ashram and waiting to talk to her, and like her, advisors are like, "There's someone here to talk to," and they like kept him waiting. And she's like, "Who's here?" I love Ma Jaya. Her real Joyce from Brooklyn, and she's like, "Who's here?" They're like, "Someone named Ricky Martin." She's like, "Ricky Martin is here, and you're making him wait to talk to the guru? Bring him over."
Come sit on my lap.
So basically, and I loved Ma. She was so much fun, and she came on the show. My interview with Ma Jaya was the last interview she recorded.
Oh, really?
And it was a 2-part special. We had to continue and we had no idea. This is kind of weird now that I'm thinking about it. A lot of my guests, I get
After
the
you
last
have 'em,
interview.
next thing you know,
Ah.
oh my God,
Wait,
Albert, I'm
what's
gonna
the-
drop dead tomorrow. I have touched Max. I'm on the
No.
deathbed right now as we speak. No,
But that was fascinating,
you
Ma Jaya.
cause us to move on to a higher plane.
I do.
You are the catalyst.
I
You
am
are-
the light
that's
and
what-
the way.
We'll leave it at that. So we are going to try to rock through this. First of all,
All right, go.
you were
Fire
born
round.
in New York City, New
Yeah.
York. You are the grandson of the
Yeah.
famous restaurateur Oscar Tucci of Oscar's Delmonico. And if you've never
Delmonico's.
been to Delmonico, I don't know what's happened to you in your
But you and
life.
I would have a
gotta
problem there
get-
because you like your steak well done.
I
I
like
know,
it. Yes,
with ketchup,
I do.
probably.
No ketchup.
Okay, good.
Soy sauce.
Oh,
no,
there
no,
we go.
Worcestershire
Oh,
sauce.
okay,
A1
that's not bad.
Worcester.
That's not
I'll
bad.
bring it in my
But
purse.
well done. You
and
might as well eat a shoe.
I cannot eat anything
Okay.
with blood in it.
Okay,
But I know.
that's
but,
fine. But when you try a steak that's been like, 45, 65 days, you will appreciate it.
all right. Well,
It's the quality of the meat, I think, that will
haven't been
change
able
your
to
mind.
afford that yet, but when I get to
When
Delmonico's,
you come to New York, you let me know. And Delmonico's is famous. It's America's
Yeah.
first fine dining
Oh,
restaurant since
A
1800s.
lot of people don't know the
Yeah.
history. Real quick,
Real quick.
it started
1827.
1827.
And then it closed in Prohibition during 1920s due to Prohibition, not because of serving alcohol, but because alcohol was used in the recipes to create the dishes.
yes,
So that
the
became
sauce,
one of the big problems.
The burning,
A lot of them. Yeah, I mean,
the
it's,
Delmonico sauce.
yeah.
What
Well,
is
it's
it?
famous for eggs Benedict, lobster
Yes,
Newburgh,
bar-
chicken a la king, the Delmonico steak, oysters Rockefeller, baked Alaska.
They were created
They were created.
there.
And the wedge salad, which my grandfather created in the 1930s because there was, it was a tough time, the 1930s.
Yeah.
And when he went to the farms, he used to drive to either Brooklyn or Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Let's talk real quick. How did your grandfather come to own?
Wonderful question. 1926, my grandfather was in New York. He saw the Delmonico building. It was a famous historic name. The building was vacant since early 1920s. And he said, I'm buying this building and I'm going to resurrect Delmonico's. Without him, they would have knocked down the building. Without him, the restaurant would have been over. Without him, the history that Delmonico's known as today would no longer exist. So that's what the book is about. My grandfather going in, being the restaurateur, seeing the vision that Delmonico's was, not recreating it, but bringing it back to life.
Reviving it.
And during that time, he had so many, Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, President Nixon. Every president has died in Delmonico's since Abraham Lincoln. So he carried the torch. Ava Gabor, Zsa Zsa Gabor, Gypsy
Frank
Rose Lee.
Sinatra.
If you could name them, the 1950s were the most. If I had to do a book on just a decade, it would be the 1950s.
Yeah.
And it was really, it's one of the most historic restaurants. And now, I go now with Whoopi Goldberg, and we have her birthday party there. Whoopi's my pal. I mean, Delmonico's really, our family doesn't own it, but we have the
Croatian
trademark.
guy owns it.
Yeah, well,
now.
we have the trademark, and we're working together. Let's say
Your grandfather owned it until when?
Well, we owned it until 1987. From 1927 till 1987.
Wow.
And when he opened it, it was first a speakeasy, and then it turned back into the restaurant after the 30s.
Wow.
But so get this. So I'm writing a book.
And what's the name of the book?
Title's unknown. But Becky Diamond, who's my co-author, she wrote the book The $1,000 Dinner, which is a fabulous story about two restaurants competing, Delmonico's one and another one in Philadelphia. Can you believe to get a publisher is like pulling teeth from a gorilla?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they tell me like, oh, what's the relevance? I'm like, it is the most historic. Everyone who has a TV show now, everyone who has a restaurant now, if you go back to the genesis, which I call the roots of Delmonico's during Oscar's time, he employed Sirio from the Cirque, Tony May from the Rainbow Room in San Domenico, Harry from Harry's Hanover Square, Donatella's father. Everyone worked first for Oscar.
That's right. And it must be like
it's like this tree. It's like literally a culinary tree.
Oh, we got 5 minutes. Oh, so we don't know the title. Do we know when approximately what time
This is the
it's
Elephant
coming
Birth.
out?
I have been working on this book for like now 11 years.
11 years.
And for me, I don't mind the 11 years because every time we turn a chapter, we learn more.
Right.
And so it really has to be, because there's been so many restaurants. There's a book right now called like the 10 restaurants that changed America. All inaccurate about Delmonico's, my grandfather's era. You can Google it. There's very few stories because I own them all. I have menus from the 1800s, from when the royal family of the UK
really?
ate there. I have pictures of Babe
Are you
Ruth's
including
wife.
them in the book?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's going to be great.
So we'll see.
Please,
Listen, it will
you
happen.
come back on the show when you're
It'll be
ready
my
to drop
pleasure.
it?
Yeah.
So we can promote it.
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm in a nightclub right now. If anybody's hearing this, there's like some drums going on. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's Channel 2. Oh, okay. So, real quick, I want to get to this. When you were 15 years old, oh, my God, you did so much. You met renowned fashion photographer, model, scout, and agency owner Beth Bolt, who was responsible for discovering supermodel Naomi Campbell. And then you went on to be, at 15, you were scouting and shooting models for respected agencies such as Ford and Next.
Yeah.
So exciting.
And here's my most exciting.
We don't have enough.
I'll tell you a quick story.
2 more
I call
pages.
myself now the Subway Scout. I was in New York 2 years ago, discovered this girl, Fatou Job. She is now Hermes, YSL, Balenciaga. She's doing Chanel, every major show. I found her in the subway one night.
Wow.
Literally for 1 year, we worked together. I told her, trust me. If you trust me, I will make you a star. And here now, she's one of the biggest models. She's on the cover of Numero magazine.
Wow.
She's in Italian Vogue this month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, now I want to talk real quick. You received a telephone call from celebrity stylist who asked you to become a lifestyle fashion expert for the season of America's Next Top Model. First season.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with Tyra Banks. First of all, did you get to meet her? And
of course.
How great is she?
Amazing.
Obviously, you met her.
I
just love her.
I was called to do the show. And I said, what's the show about? They're like, we really don't know, but we want you to be a part of it. I said, great. So I went to the hotel. Tyra was there, and they introduced me to Tyra, and they said, Max is going to be on the show. She said, wonderful. The next thing you know, I'm with Puffy's mom, with Constance White from at then New York Times fashion expert, writer, and we were on the show.
Wow.
And the producers got mad at me at one point because there was a girl that was there, and they were saying, tell her she's a plus-size model. This was before, like, the Ashley Grahams, who, like, plus-size became a thing. And I said to her, you have a PhD. Why do you want to be a model? And they got mad at me.
Oh, Lord.
Whatever.
I can say that. But, okay, so real quick, you were voted from Gotham Magazine 100 Most Eligible Bachelor.
Yeah.
Oh, my
of
God.
New York.
That
Gotham's
is
100. One of. Did we just cut out the sound? There we go. I'm losing all my sound. One of New York's most eligible bachelors. That's what it was.
But you're not a bachelor anymore. You locked it down. Okay, never mind. We'll move on to
we
that.
keep our private life private.
That's true. He is an Aquarius. We're not getting that out. So anyway, okay. So due to all of your overall achievements, you were added to the list of Marquis Who's Who 2010 and 2011.
And 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Oh my God.
I don't know what it means,
Max
but I get like a plaque every year. I think it's like the most. It's like, how can I celebrate vanity? Be part of Who's Who and get a plaque.
Oh my God, he's dusting off those. Okay, so and then lastly, I understand now you are venturing into becoming an MC.
I
So
am.
What kind of MC?
Well, for years I've been doing it, just not being paid for it. And so finally my manager is like, why aren't you being paid for doing this? Because I do a lot of charity events.
Okay.
That's the philanthropic part of who I am. So I was like, you know what? And I used to give my time in MC events. Last night I became the MC for Jessica's event. I was like, without even knowing it, because there wasn't one. So I really enjoy MCing because it brings the room together. I love seeing people. I believe together we rise, and we're in a room for charity, and together collectively we're there. I love to make people like donate money.
Right.
And then so it turns into not only MCing charity events, but MCing all kinds of events. So I love it. I've been doing.
So it's MC for charity.
Anything.
Don't be trying to hire him. Wait, okay.
We have like one.
Don't be trying to hire him for your 12-year-old's birthday party.
Listen,
He's not
that's not true. If the check is good, I'll be there. Joan Rivers once said, "Never turn down anything."
Okay. Well, if you MC,
I'm available. Fly me anywhere.
Okay. So Harry Styles, please hire Max so that I can come and to your party. Okay. So we have you back on because I've got 3 other pages. The research on you was like 5 pages long, and I didn't even get to cover it. So we got to talk about more of your laurels and accolades.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Say goodbye to your fans.
Bye, y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and catch me on Max and Friends tonight, 8 o'clock. We have a great guy coming on. Brian Benson. He's going to join me, an author, TEDx speaker. We're going to inspiring 8 o'clock here on LA Talk Radio Channel 1. And follow me on Twitter at Max Tucci and Instagram Max Tucci Radio.
That's right. And we will wait for his book to come out this year.
I will. You will get a direct message from me when it happens.
Come on now, 11 years. No. This is the year.
Tell the publishers. Tell them.
You self-publish yourself. I mean.
Yeah, with this kind of book, it has to have a publisher because it's going to be. It has to be. I'm not against self-publishing. I have thought about it. Yeah. But I really want a house behind me to promote it as well.
All right.
So tell the publisher.
Publish Max Tucci. All right. We got Totally Tucci leaving us right now. He's got to go regenerate for his show.
You know where I'm going now?
At 8 o'clock.
I'm going to TJ Maxx with my mom.
Oh, your mom is staying right on that couch.
TJ Maxx.
I'm going to go in her purse and get a bottle of vodka right now.
Oh, in the car she has Maker's
she's
Mark.
got it. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We'll have Max Tucci back on. Bye.
Bye.
You're listening to Question Reality with Priscilla Leona, right here on LA Talk Radio.